Grateful Dead guitarist Bob Weir from the fans who followed him for decades. John Ramos shows us how other Deadheads in San Francisco are honoring Weir's legacy.
The Grateful Dead became a symbol of the psychedelic counterculture of the 1960s. But unlike a lot of bands, their music endured, gathering generations of new fans who are now feeling a bit numb at the news of Bob Weir's passing. It's hard to talk about the Grateful Dead without ending up in cliches about it being a long, strange trip. But for Bob Weir, who served for decades as the frontman for the group's music, it all felt completely natural. In 2015, he told CBS's Anthony Mason about a dream he had about being a younger man playing on stage.
It's not you.
Not me. This is the music going on.
And how did it feel?
You know, it felt altogether right and felt logical. You know, okay, that's what I've been up to all my life.
On this day, a group of local musicians played outdoors on Haight Street, a tribute to a man who helped inspire countless tribute bands. Jordan Feinstein assembled the impromptu concert in less than 24 hours.
And I found out, I just started sobbing, and my friend and I were just hugging, like, couldn't believe how sad we were. It really feels like the changing of an era or the ending of an era, or, I mean, like, look, the Grateful Dead thing has been reinvented in so many great ways since the actual Dead, but something seems different about this.
Phil Lesh died about a year and a half ago, leaving Weir as the remaining voice of the Dead. He never seemed to tire of the lifestyle, but he did appreciate the early days before the band got so big. He created a small venue in Mill Valley called Sweetwater, where big stars like Bonnie Raitt, Robert Plant, and Santana would come to play before small audiences of about 300 people.
I think anybody who plays in front of thousands of people still craves that connection that you get when you're playing in front of just a few hundred people, and it's a small stage, and there's this exchange of energy that happens that it's just not as easy with a bigger place.
On this day, Brad Kava brought his son Parker to the Haight. The editor of Good Times magazine in Santa Cruz, Kava once wrote an article about Weir for Rolling Stone. He says the power of the Dead's music lies in its unique sound.
You can look at jazz, you can look at other things created in America, but the Grateful Dead were purely American folk rock music, and they were our answer to the Beatles and the Stones and things like that. Yeah, it's the end of an era. I mean, we'll keep it alive by listening to the music. You know, you still have the music, but we won't be able to see it live the way we did.
There was always a bit of irreverent humor to anything the band did. Magic Mike opened a psychedelic museum where some of that is on display.
Because when it says Grateful Dead right here, well, if you look at the top layer of these, if you cut off the letters right there, it says, "We ate the acid," inside the lettering.
Finally, Emily Rohrbach is a music teacher and journalist who also works for KPIX. She tried to explain the popularity of a sound that most people have a hard time defining.
There's a freedom to the music. There is a permissiveness to jam and be creative and be present. I think it's that spirit of community that means so much to all of us.
It may feel like the end of an era, but Bob Weir's life has been one long performance. And just because the first set ends doesn't mean the concert is over.